Because, bitch, you know why.
That's exactly. No, wait, why? Wait, tell me.
Because your people get paid to go and do that shit.
Hello, my friends. This is the Dave Show. I'm so glad you could be here today and spend some time. We've got a great episode planned for today, so let's get on with the show. Let's do it. Before we get to the lib zone, we have one meme and one small clip, and it's pretty cool. So I wanted to share them with you. So let's do that right now. This meme talks about the differences between our expectations when we pay for a hotel, depending on how much we pay. It's pretty funny. Let's check it out. All right, so the first one is when a hotel is slightly more than $100. Let's see what our expectations are on that. Oh, okay. Yeah, nice breakfast, and maybe some beautiful women at the pool. Champagne. It's actually, maybe not that much, but we get the idea. All right, so now let's see when a hotel is slightly less than $100, what do we expect to see? Oh yeah, that's pretty accurate. Oh boy, that's funny. The twins from The Shining. Oh, for sure. We've all been there at least once. All right, this next clip shows Poland, and they are based. I wish we could see more of this spirit here in America. Now, I know it's here. We have a lot of patriots and people that love our country, but it's not in our nature to go out there and start protesting and get all, blah, you know what I mean? That's more the left thing. But this is really cool because these people are coming out against illegal immigration. They're like, no. We're not having any of this in Poland. We're saving our country. We're keeping it. Well, I don't want to say pure blood because that sounds bad, but you know what I'm talking about. Anyways, take a look. They're just chanting, and I don't know what they're saying. If anybody knows Polish, let me know. But anyways, take a look. All right, my friends, it is time. We are jumping headfirst into that liberal pool of madness where unhinged woke liberals love to just hang out all day long. So sit back, relax, and buckle up. We're about to enter the lib zone.
Over the past 2 days, I have seen several people online attempt to establish a link between cuts at the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration and the tragedy that happened in Texas on July the 4th. These are the facts surrounding that disaster. The National Weather Service issued its first flood watch on Thursday, July the 3rd, the day before the disaster. Then, just after midnight on the day of the disaster, the National Weather Service issued another flood watch. An hour later, at 1 o'clock in the morning, they upgraded that flood watch to a flood warning, which would have triggered the alert tones on mobile phones. Then, at 4 o'clock in the morning, they declared a flooding emergency. The Guadalupe River reached its crest at 4:30 in the morning. As for the number of forecasters on duty, typically on a weekend like that, 2 forecasters are working. In this case, there were 5 forecasters working. So, as you can see, there was no shortage of warning, and there was no shortage of forecasting capability. You guys know how I feel about that creature in the White House, but politicizing a natural disaster and placing blame where it isn't due just makes us look bad. So please, don't be circulating these rumors. They're not true.
Oh my gosh, ladies and gentlemen, did hell just freeze over? Because I'm pretty sure we just listened to a lib with common sense. Good for him. I'm glad he's spouting some truth and able to, disconnect what should be politicized and what shouldn't. So good for him. I'm kind of proud of him.
Democratic Senator Chris Murphy, I've been trying to get him on the show. Now I don't want him. Accurate weather forecasting helps avoid fatal disasters. That's what you say? There are consequences to attacking meteorologists? You really believe that that's what this was about? You really think that's what your constituents want? For you to take a cheap shot at dead kids to score points against Trump? Wow. And guess what? The Union for the National Weather Service, and they've been critical of Trump's cuts, and I'm not saying there's not reason for criticism, but it's about perspective. The union says there was adequate staff at the time in Texas, and meteorologists are not faulting the National Weather Service. They're noting that they began to escalate the flood warnings as much as 12 hours in advance of the floods. So shut up, Murphy. We have to see that the interests of the many are being held hostage by the obsessions of the few on both sides. They are killing us.
Wow, 2 Democrats in a row that are talking common sense. This is kind of crazy. I'm not sure if we're even in the lib zone anymore. We may have slipped out of the lib zone. I'm not sure. We're going to have to check on that, but let's see the next clip.
You send the U.S. Marines into spaces they should not be. You send the National Guard in. You kidnap people off of the streets and pretend that's normal, because that's how you quiet dissent, because you make everyone afraid that if they don't do what you want, they might be next. And once you've done those 9 steps, step 10 is easy. That's when you decide there won't be new elections, because everyone's either afraid, poor, broken, or complicit.
Oh, no, forget about what I just said. We're definitely still in the lib zone. She's just plain retarded.
One at a time. And when I say that, I mean that. That if I needed to, I would go up to your face as a MAGA supporter, as a Trump supporter, say, fuck you for voting for him, and what are you going to do about it? If I had to do that and then face any repercussions from it, I would. That's how serious I am about all of this. You don't get it. You don't get what you've done to this country. You don't get what you've done to hardworking Americans. So, before you get to the rest of them, go through somebody like me. I beg you. I know a pew-pew makes it easy. But if you want a one-on-one, I don't care. Stop abducting people. Fuck America.
I'm gonna say it because at this point, this is the only thing left to say. To change this country, the only way to change this country, and I think that we all can agree on this, is that all of the racist people and all of the people who have evilness in their heart, which are mostly racist, have to go. And bitch, I ain't talking about go down the street. I ain't talking about go to another country. I'm not talking about go as in get out of office. That is not going to help change generations to come. I'm talking about to stop this fucking raggedy ass, evil ass, racist ass cycle. They all must go. They all must DEI, but switch around the E and the I.
So, you don't see the irony in what you're saying, because you're talking about racists having hatred in their heart, yet in the very next breath, you're saying that those people need to die? What? I'm pretty sure maybe you're the one with the dark heart, my dear. You need to take a look inside yourself before you start spewing this rhetoric. Jeez Louise, these people are so stupid.
I'm just going to go ahead and say, and this will come as a shock to literally nobody, but I don't care if somebody is here illegally, if they're just trying to live their lives. I honestly don't care. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't take anything away from my life. It doesn't change my life in any way. I've lived in majority Hispanic neighborhoods, and I'm sure that some of my neighbors were probably not from around these parts. But you know what happened to me? The worst thing that ever happened? They watched my son and gave me tamales. Maybe I had to listen to mariachi music up until like 11 o'clock at night for somebody's quinceañera. Like, my philosophy for a very long time has been minding my own damn business. And if more people would just kind of, you know, mind their own damn business, you wouldn't be bothered by this shit either. So yeah, fuck ICE. Fuck Donald Trump. Fuck everything that the MAGA administration is doing right now. Fuck them.
Well, I must admit, I think if more Karens and libs were like this lady and were just like, hey, kind of live and let live, as long as I'm not being personally affected, I don't really care. It doesn't sound like she's going to go out and protest or anything, but she doesn't like it, right? She's just like, F the administration and F ICE, but I'm going to sit home and sip my coffee. That, if we had more of that on the left, that'd be great. I would really like to actually see more of that.
This is all going in the trash.
Oh.
I do not support Trump anymore.
Why?
He's a liar. He's a part of the deep state. I do not support Israel.
Oh. Yeah, okay. I think we just really hit the real reason. You don't hate Donald Trump. It's more that you hate Jews and you're an anti-Semitic. So we don't need to watch the rest of this video of him burning that because he's an idiot. Let's move on.
Fuck TikTok. TikTok is racist, and for black people, they literally target black people and black people posts because it's mighty funny that I'm not getting any comments or any views from black people, but I get all the views from white racist motherfuckers who talk shit about me in the comments. TikTok is a white racist ass app. They are prejudiced. They are discriminating against people of color. I've seen it multiple times, but like, I'm seeing it like first-hand account, and I'm not letting up on that. Y'all can talk all that you right crackers can talk shit and be racist all you want to in my comments. It's not going to change anything. I know the truth. I've been knowing the truth for all my years. Y'all ain't shit. Y'all are inferior to us, and y'all know that. Why would y'all put my community through so much if you were already superior? You knew you weren't, so you tried to beat us down and break us down, but we're not going anywhere, and we're not.
Yeah, blah, 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 racist. Yeah, you sit there and call the white people crackers, right? Because if anybody would have had the exact same rant and the races were reversed and somebody said the N-word, oh my gosh, it would be a nuclear bomb going off, right? That person would be canceled immediately. So just be quiet, my dear. The world is not as bad as you think it is, and just take a breath, okay? Right, next up we have Dr. O'Connor, and he has been put under the hot seat a little bit, but he kind of extinguishes those flames by pleading the Fifth. Now, I know that's his constitutional right to do that, but I'm sorry, in the view of public opinion, if somebody does that, it comes off pretty much like they're hiding something. So I think this guy is neck deep in some serious doo-doo, and he is trying to save his neck. But anyways, check this out. It's kind of funny. He apparently pleads the Fifth 14 times in 20 minutes or something like that. Anyways, it's funny. It's from Jesse Waters, so check it out.
Dr. O'Connor, were you ever told to lie about the president's health?
On the advice of counsel, I must respectfully decline to answer based upon the physician-patient privilege and in reliance on my right under the Fifth Amendment of the Constitution. I am not a lawyer. I must follow my lawyer's advice in this matter.
Seems like a pretty simple question. Did you lie about the AutoPen's health? Yes or no? O'Connor pleaded the Fifth 14 times in 20 minutes.
I must respectfully decline to answer based on the physician-patient privilege and reliance on my right under the Fifth Amendment of the Constitution. On my right under the Fifth Amendment of the Constitution. On my right under the Fifth Amendment of the Constitution. On my right under the Fifth Amendment of the Constitution. On my right under the Fifth Amendment of the Constitution.
These were 9, 10, 11-year-olds playing games, singing worship songs by the fire. Should have listened to the flood warning. What are you talking about? It was 1 a.m. A flash flood warning came minutes before the river surged. No one could have expected it to rise to 26 feet. Let me guess, their families are conservative. Christian camp in Texas. MAGA country. Sounds about right. So now kids dying is funny because of who their parents voted for. Well, when you ignore science, gut FEMA funding, and act like climate change is a hoax, what do you expect? They reaped what they sowed. Oh, so you think climate change is caused in the last 48 hours? You think a family packing a Bible and bug spray for camp is a death sentence because of who they voted for. This isn't political, it's evil. Everything is political. Choices have consequences. I'm sorry if that makes you uncomfortable. You didn't just lose empathy, you evicted it. You watched little girls drown and your first reaction wasn't grief, it was a punchline. You didn't lose a debate. You just lost your humanity, and the scariest part is that you don't even know it's gone.
That young lady did a really good job in that parody showing exactly how just really kind of evil and dark-hearted some of these liberals have become over the last few years. I don't know, maybe they've been that way for a long time. We just haven't seen it, but yeah, it feels like there's like this spirit of darkness that's sweeping over the Democratic Party like we've never seen before, at least not in my lifetime. And it's kind of scary because they just seem to be wanting more violence. They're calling for actual blood to be spilt in the name of their cause, whatever that is, their demented delusions. But we have to have faith that everything will work out in the end. So there's that.
I'm telling you all right fucking now.
Okay, right now.
Be fucking forceful.
Not just forceful, we gotta be effing forceful, because it really gotta emphasize that word with an F-bomb, because I'm not smart enough to do it otherwise.
With ICE agents.
Okay, yeah.
If you're around them,
yeah,
and you see them strutting their stuff, doing shit around where you live.
Yeah. Man, I would go out there when it's all said and done with a platter of cupcakes or something. Like, I'd be like, thank you very much. Here's some bottles of water to keep you guys hydrated so you can keep going today. I would totally praise those guys. For sure. I'd be waving an American flag behind him. Anyways, let's see what this idiot has to say.
Do this.
Okay,
be fucking forceful.
Oh yeah, again, effing forceful. We gotta be effing forceful. Yeah.
Be fucking forceful.
Yeah. Okay, there you go.
Hide yourself.
Oh.
With the right materials. Have a mask.
What? Wait a minute. Wait. What's with the double standard here? How come it's okay for you to hide yourself, to hide your identity, but ICE can't? That seems really, what's the word? Oh yeah, hypocritical. Yeah. My gosh, this guy's going full retard.
You went full retard, man. Never go full retard.
Grab a hood.
Okay.
And start being forceful.
Yes.
I'm sick.
Okay.
I'm really, I just really hate ICE. I think we can all agree on this.
No.
I think the majority, either the majority of people do feel like this, or I think the majority of people should feel like this.
Yeah, because it's all about your feelings. We don't care about facts. We don't care that this is exactly what the American people voted for. We don't care that ICE is actually just upholding the laws of the land. No. It's all about feelings.
This is fucking disgusting. I fucking hate America for this.
Yeah.
And I fucking hate America, like, all the time anyway. But this specifically with ICE is fucking disgusting.
Oh, yeah. Again, not just disgusting. It's effing disgusting because I'm stupid. And I can't think of a better word to use to emphasize my feelings. Okay, go ahead.
And honestly,
yeah,
I wish that liberals would live up to how they fucking, fucking talk.
Like a retard? Okay.
They talk shit and they don't do anything. Whereas, I'll say stuff. Right? I'm not going to excuse the fact. I've never been forceful because I've never been in a situation where I've never seen ICE agents, or, I've never been in that kind of situation.
Right. But you would do so. I mean, if the opportunity came, you would definitely do something. You're not just talking crap like all the other libs. You would actually do something. But I mean, I haven't, because I haven't, been put in that situation. But if I did, oh boy, I would get right in their faces and get really, really stern with them.
But if I had the right material and I hid myself, of course I'd be forceful.
Oh yeah. If they don't know who I am, I'm just gonna. These guys are so stupid.
This is so fucking stupid. I really
yes,
hope
you
that
agree.
whoever's listening to this and whoever I'm getting this across to,
nobody,
I hope does the same thing. Make yourself noticeable. Call out when ICE is around, and do not let them strut their stuff around, where you are.
Strut their stuff?
Just don't. What? Do something. Do something. You're
like, maybe you could start off, my friend, with like unbuttoning the very top button. You don't need to do that. You just let it breathe a little bit. Like, it looks so stiff and just unnatural. Don't just unbutton it. You'll feel a lot better. I swear.
You're in a position to do something. Whether that's making yourself noticed, calling.
Wait. Why do you make yourself notice? I thought you wanted to hide yourself. You're contradicting yourself.
Out to other people to notify when ICE is around, or actually doing something, not violent.
Not violent. What are you talking about? You're totally talking about doing stuff violence. We're talking about doing violence. This whole entire video, you've been talking about hiding yourself and doing violence.
No, just do something.
So, did you guys hear about the ICE agents that finally bit off more than they can chew? And some good American patriots showed up and started putting them in the dirt. And I mean actually in the dirt. One patriot was deleted. One ICE agent was wounded in the neck. I hope God has wrath upon him. But if you want to start dressing like a terrorist, and you want to stop identifying yourself as a law enforcement agency, then we're going to treat you like a foreign terrorist. We're going to shoot you. We're going to wipe the floor with you.
Wow, this guy has gone off the deep end. I mean, he is fully brainwashed. He's deep into that hive mind mentality. It feels like he really is just begging to be shot, which is really unfortunate. But let's see what some other people have to say. Dorothy Collins says, arrest this commie. Yes, I think he needs to get a visit from the FBI right away. Drumblebum, interesting name, says he's not only convinced himself that he is right, but that he is invincible. That's a dangerous combination for sure. Kenneth Cleghorn says, why do they always speak God's name? He knows nothing of God. I agree. Ecological Spirit says, I get the impression he has shortened his life considerably. You know what, Ecological? I totally agree with you. I think this guy is, the end result is not going to be, it's not going to end well for him.
You must be hungry for consequences.
You know, that last clip clearly says this is AI, but you know, I'm just honestly, I'm not really seeing anything that really screams AI to me. Come on, seriously, you have to tell us this is AI when a big, gigantic humanoid alligator pops out of the water and speaks? We really have to be told this is AI, really? Come on. If somebody thinks that's reality, they're cooked. So they're a lost cause anyway. So, yeah.
I want Tom Homan to deport so many illegal immigrants that I never have to press 1 for English ever again. Y'all have a good afternoon.
Easter's coming. Are you ready for 2025?
It's one of them ones.
Oh, gosh.
I hate
Bravo, my friend. That is a beautiful starter kit you got going on there.
What's your biggest turnoff in guys?
Probably when they don't work out.
What the hell did you just say?
Go to
Oh,
the
really?
gym and stuff, yeah.
White man.
So what do you guys prefer in a guy?
Really rich, really black, at least 6'5".
6'5"?
Yeah. He's got to be taller, you know?
Between men or women, who has a harder life?
Absolutely women.
Why?
We're sexualized everywhere we go.
You get like catcalled?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Support women. What am I dressed as? A nurse, a registered nurse. Yes.
Well, please educate me, though. What rights?
Educate yourself. Libraries are abundant in this country. Why don't you get involved?
Why don't libraries ever get looted during riots?
Wow.
Because, bitch,
question.
you know why.
That's exactly. Yeah, wait, why? Wait, tell me. I'm
Because your people get paid to go and do that shit. So everybody else.
I seriously doubt she's a registered nurse. I think she's just cosplaying, but maybe that's just me. I don't know. We've got a pretty good explanation, I think, about maybe what's going on with the Epstein files, the lack of. So, check it out.
We want to clarify our new internal memo regarding Jeffrey Epstein, and we hope it addresses all your questions. First, as you may have seen in our newly released 10 hours long video clip of Jeffrey Epstein's prison cell, there is absolutely no proof that Jeffrey Epstein was murdered. Well, the proof could be in that 60 seconds that's missing from the video. I'm just saying, we have 10 hours long video and 60 seconds of it is missing. You could definitely break a neck in 60 seconds, no? Okay. Jeffrey Epstein did not keep a list of his clients. So he trafficked to powerful people, but he didn't keep a list? I would keep a list if I did that. Oh, so he didn't traffic. Okay, let's mention that then. All right. The powerful figures who currently maintain the videos of Jeffrey Epstein's clients who were powerful figures have informed us that we don't have any credible evidence that Jeffrey Epstein used his sex trafficking ring to blackmail powerful figures. Are you serious? How can I not question that? I love my life. No, I'm not suicidal. Why? All right. The Department of Justice and the FBI will assure you that we will continue to release everything we know about Jeffrey Epstein and his sex trafficking ring that we're permitted to. Okay, that's enough.
That's what I'm saying. He did not place his hand on top of the Bible to swear in. And as far as I know, you're right. That would then not be a binding ceremony, meaning he would not actually have been sworn in as our president. So, yeah. When we make people go up on stand to testify, they must place their hand on top of Bible, even in courts. So, he is not exempt. He is not above the laws. He is fallible like every other man. So, yeah, he did not touch that Bible. You can see his other hand is down at his side. So, whatever.
these people are so desperate to find something they can cling on to prove that President Trump has somehow been disqualified for serving as the 47th president of the United States. These people are so delusional. They're so detached from reality. But let's see what some people have to say about this charming young lady. Michael Bunchoffs, or something, I don't know what. I'm not sure what the pound sign is supposed to be. Phillips. Okay. Anyways, he says, well, it's all over, guys. She figured it out. That's funny. Noname says, I truly worry that there's a retard epidemic in this country. I think it's probably worse than COVID ever was, for sure. Silly Girl says, go wash your hair, you stink. And then she put, nothing in the Constitution requires placement of a president's hand on the Bible. Article 2, Section 1.8 just requires taking the oath. Yeah, I think the whole Bible thing is just kind of a tradition.
Assalamu alaikum.
What the frick?
Zit nu even in park.
Of course, this is in America.
Gezellig, om 11 uur. Want ik was net op school.
Okay, am I missing something? Because, like, how in the world does that woman see? Because it seems like it's a pretty solid piece of fabric in front of her eyes. I'm sorry, but I don't get the whole hijab and all that stuff. Like, I don't understand it. I don't connect with it. And it's so sad that women have to dress like that in some countries.
What do I do for work? I don't. I'm professionally disabled. And his job is
taking care of the professionally disabled.
He gets paid for taking care of me instead of doing it for free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because let's be for real, sometimes taking care of you is a full-time job. I have to feed you. I have to make sure you're bathed sometimes. I have to take you out for enrichment.
You sometimes have to dress me because I won't dress myself.
Yeah, you're literally not dressed now.
You have to make sure that I take my socks off because sometimes I forget I'm wearing socks and then I cry about it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're like, are you wearing socks? And then I look down and I'm wearing socks and then I stop crying.
Mm-hmm. And I have to make sure you take your medication.
Yeah.
And I have to clean up after you because you're incapable of doing both physically and mentally. I have to do your laundry because you can't get up and down the stairs.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
The Department of Justice is now prioritizing seeking to strip citizenship from naturalized citizens. I think that is something that people are sort of missing in this little argument. The Department of Justice is really looking at now denaturalizing citizens, people who are considered American citizens.
Wait, what's wrong with revoking citizenship? I mean, I get it. As a legal immigrant, it's not appealing to know your citizenship could be at risk, but this is not new or unique to Trump. Tons of Western countries take away your citizenship if you lie on your application or you commit serious crimes. And as a lawyer, either you didn't know that, which is pretty low IQ, to be honest with you, for someone with a law degree, or you do know that, but you don't want to mention it to your viewers to make Trump's policy sound like a scandal. And that would just make you dishonest. So which one is it? Low IQ or dishonest?
We'll be right back.
Texan here. Can somebody do me a favor and roll that motherfucker off a cliff? You know who I'm talking about.
Why are liberals so filled with hate? I don't understand it. I know that they've been absolutely corrupted by the messaging of the media over the last 20 years, but my gosh, it's like they're just void of any kind of empathy or compassion. Yet, at the same time, they think they are the ones that are filled with empathy and compassion. It just doesn't make sense.
We're going to take a look at how Mom Donnie's policies will lower grocery prices. What will happen if minimum wages go from $16.50 an hour to $30 an hour?
Cost of goods will go up. Most businesses go from anywhere from 40 to 60% on an item. We would have to probably go up to like 100%, maybe even 120% just to cover the cost of employees and to cover the rent.
Water bottle you're holding, how much would you sell this for?
We sell this for $1 today, probably $2, maybe $2.25.
I just thought of a way to combine my MAGA hating and my work in the ER. MAGA supporters are like people who hold on to fireworks too long. You love it until it hurts you. Kind of like, how you love it until you can't retire until the age of 70. So see it in the ER, folks, when your fingers get blown off. Oh, have a good day.
Yeah, that's pretty concerning to me. I think someone needs to find out where she works, because I'm not saying she needs to be fired, but I don't think she needs to be around patients. You know what I'm saying? I think if she ever found out that somebody she was attending to was a Trump voter or a MAGA person or anybody on the right, it sounds like she might do something to kind of, I don't know, like hurt them in some way that maybe they're not aware of. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's giving me a real creepy vibe. News and nuts. News and nuts. Hey, it's news and nuts. The American people have been inundated for decades now about climate change and how horrible it is, and the planet's gonna die, and we only have 12 years before we're all submerged, and it's gonna be horrible. Oh my gosh! Yet none of that stuff ever happens. You know, the millionaires and billionaires still consistently build big mansions on islands and on the coastline, which, if climate change were true, they would never do that, because that investment would be gone, right? They would build in like Arkansas or something where flooding is not going to happen. But anyways, after all of this time, does the American people really buy into the hype of climate change? Well, surprisingly, the answer is no.
Are Americans afraid of climate change? And the answer is Americans aren't afraid of climate change. Climate activists have not successfully made the case to the American people. I want you to take a look here. Greatly worried about climate change. We have data going all the way back since 1989. Look at that. It was 35%, 2000, 40%, 2020, 46%, and 2025, 40%, which is the exact same percentage as back in 2000. Despite all of these horrible weather events, the percentage of Americans who are greatly worried about climate change has stayed pretty gosh darn consistent, which kind of boggles the mind a little bit. Granted, everything that we see on our television screens, our computer screens, the hurricanes, tornadoes, the flooding, but yet greatly worried about climate change, 40% in 2025. The exact same percentage as back in 2000.
Well, I'm glad to see Americans aren't falling for the climate change hoax. Now, does climate change? Yeah, it's called weather, and it happens every... Whoa, wait a minute. Wait. Oh, we got a crockett alert. Oh, this is an official crockett alert, my friends. Let's turn this off here. Okay, yes. It is. Okay. And she said, what? Are you serious? Okay, I'll let everybody know, but this is kind of stupid. Okay, all right, will do. Thank you. All right, my friends, that was my producer, and we have an official crockett alert. The first time, I think, on News and Nuts, but it's appropriate because she is nuts. But apparently, Jasmine Crockett thinks all the violence that we've been seeing are Trump supporters. What? What alternate reality is she living in? Anyways, check it out.
And the violence doesn't come from Democrats, just to be clear. I mean, obviously anyone can be a criminal, but it is MAGA. It's specifically MAGA faction. Like, I don't think traditional Republicans are getting engaged in all of this, but like, even when we look at, and they don't talk about the assassination attempts anymore that took place with Donald Trump, but these were Trump supporters.
All right, my friends, that's it for the news. Now on to the nuts. In this first clip, I'm not sure what's going on exactly. I'm assuming it's a magic show of some sort, but it's a little disturbing what you're about to see. I'm not sure if this lady is like quadruple jointed in her neck, but whatever is happening here with this trick, they've done it very well. Check it out. The gentleman at the end of this clip asks a very pertinent question, but my question would be, how in the heck does this lady fit into these pants? Like, how does that? She has to have a team of people. I don't know, but anyways, check it out.
This one is better though.
How are you wiping? How?
It'd be interesting to know how all of you would feel about living the way that we're about to see. It's a helicopter shot of a vast wooded area, except for this one spot. It's actually probably pretty big, but it's cut out, completely cut out of the forest, and it's a homestead. Someone's living there, maybe a family, I don't know, but these people would have to be living completely off the grid, I would think. I mean, it seems like it would take hours to like drive anywhere to get supplies. I don't know. Maybe they have a helicopter or something. I don't know, but this might be a little bit too isolated for me. Check it out. It's time for Dave's Detox. Nope. What?
This dog has a Nerf dart sticking out of its butthole.
Oh boy, you're just pushing it back in.
Oh,
maybe.
God.
Oh jeez. Oh boy. Oh. Oh yeah. Get slapped in the face. That's funny. Well, the baby doesn't seem to mind it. Oh man. Jeez. No. Witch. Oh, look at the little pitter patter feet. Oh. Oh, wow, okay. Wow. That puppy's got the zoomies. Oh boy, don't do it. Keep that tail moving. That's funny. All right, my friends, that's it for today. I do appreciate you stopping by and hanging out, and I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, please like, subscribe, slap that bell around, and tell your friends about Idle Hands. And until the next episode, stay safe, know that you're loved and appreciated, and until we meet again, have a great day.
I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear.